How's it going, everyone?
Pretty good, pretty good.
So how's the first 4 days of camp been as part of this heated battle?
It's been really good, we're all coming together, we're really working hard, competing, and pushing each other every day.
You obviously have the most experience in this offense and on this team. Are you trying to leverage that in any way to your advantage?
I mean, I've been here with the guys around here for the longest, been with the coaches the longest, so I mean, it's somewhat of an advantage, but I mean, just trying to help everybody that's here and try and just make the team better is my biggest goal.
You've got that thing on your helmet. Is that kind of like a badge of honor to have that, to be the only quarterback to have that?
I mean, I don't really know what it is, why it's on mine, but we just use it for the VR. They make those decisions. It's just on mine.
So you guys never actually get to see, like, you never see the results of that? Really?
No, we do. So we have virtual reality goggles that come from the GoPro, and it's a 360 view. So
Gotcha.
if I'm getting a rep in practice, other people can go in the VR and get that same exact rep.
Provide your perspective.
Yeah, from right at the top of my helmet, they see the whole field.
Gotcha.
Throughout your time at UCLA, how much has that VR helped in terms of your development? Maybe
I would say a very good amount, because being in practice and in those live team drills is a lot different than sitting in the meeting room and watching it, and having another chance to get that rep and kind of be in the quarterback's shoes is very good for learning quarterbacks and development, for sure.
Do you do any other forms of like mental training?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Kelly has a bunch of mantras and stuff, like so what, now what, and it's just, I think it's all focused on like mental toughness and the ability to move on to the most important thing. And so I think Coach Kelly does a really good job with that, and that's kind of other mental stuff that we've done.
How do you handle, trying to be supportive of each other as quarterbacks while also wanting to win the job, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not as hard as you would think. We're all similar in age. We all have the same interests. We all play the same position. Like we're pretty much just friends out there helping each other out, and it's not. There's no like sense of resentment or anything like that. I mean, we all want each other to succeed.
How did you guys decide who was the order of who was talking first today or second?
I think there was a seniority effect. Yes. Yeah. So Colin being the oldest, and then me, and then I think Justin might go next.
Have you learned, Colin being the oldest, have you learned anything from him?
Yeah, I mean, what I would say I've learned from Colin is kind of just watching him throw off platform and changing different arm angles. I think he does a really good job of that, and I've tried to emulate that a little bit and try and add that to my arsenal.
What about Dante? Have you learned anything from him?
I mean, yeah, he's so fluid and smooth and kind of quiet and has a good presence in the pocket. So I think that is, I tried to copy some of that stuff too.
They've said, one of your teammates said you're a lot more vocal this year. Can you tell us about that process and how that comes about and the importance of that?
I mean, it just comes with the position, honestly. Dorian was a starter for 4 years or 5 years, and him leaving, there's a gap that needed to be filled, and I mean, no matter who it was, everyone went to step up, and whether that's just saying little things here and there or being a vocal leader all the way around, it's just a role you got to fill, and it's just part of the job.
You got two transfers in Kyle Ford and Jay Michael. What's it like working with them, and how are they going to fit into the system?
It's been unbelievable. I mean, we've had some really good receivers come through here, but I mean, those guys, especially Jay Michael, he's got some speed, and Kyle is a big physical body that can go up and get the ball. So I mean, working with those guys, I've known Kyle from high school and stuff. Jay Mike was actually at Cal with my brother, so we never really met, but he was with my brother. But yeah, I love those guys. Are awesome, and all the other guys, Logan, Titus, Cam, Braden Pagan, those guys, we're gonna have a really good receiving core this year.
Coming off the spring, was there any particular area or a couple areas that you really wanted to key in on as you entered this competition? Yeah,
so one area I wanted to really key in on is just trying to be the smartest person out there on the field, and knowing my job inside and out, but kind of knowing everyone else's job, and kind of like our coach Gunderson always says, drive the bus, get the kids to school. That's our job as a quarterback. So I believe like that's the role that I've been trying to take this fall camp.
Coming out here, do you almost like have to have an alpha dog mentality, like I'm gonna win this job, like kind of psych yourself up in a way?
I mean, yes and no, because obviously we're coming out here every day, we're competing against ourselves and versus the defense, but most importantly, you're competing versus yourself. You got to control what you can control, and at the end of the day, I mean, you got to make the play and you have to do your job.
From your perspective, how is the defense looking so far?
They're looking really good. Coach Lynn has done a phenomenal job with the scheme, and I mean, I think we have what 10 players returning on defense, and I mean, they're looking really good. Our D-line is scary. Latu made a big jump this offseason. He's very good.
Colin was saying that some of you guys are coming from different parts of the country, so it's an interesting quarterback group.
Yeah, definitely.
You're saying there's some similarities too between that. How have you guys connected, and even outside of the field, if at all?
I mean, I would say the biggest thing we have in common is we're all trying to fight for the starting job, and we're all quarterbacks. We've all been through the whole high school quarterback scene and all that. So I mean, lot to like kind of connect on there and get to know each other better.
Does it kind of help that there's an understanding that you're all kind of for the same thing?
I would think so. Yeah, I mean, because I wouldn't say like our room is much as like we don't resent each other. Like we hang out outside of football. We're always hanging out with each other. Like we just like being around each other.
Who's your roommate?
I actually live with J. Michael, John Bonds, and Ale Cajo.
Okay.
What a group.
Yeah, we got a good group. Yeah, so I got two linebackers and a receiver.
Your family's got pretty deep connections to this conference. What's it been like for you, kind of seeing the events of the past couple days? And I mean, it's not just the last go for UCLA. It looks like the last go for the conference as a whole.
I mean, yeah, it's sad to see it, but I mean, I think we're doing what's best for us, and those schools are doing what's best for them. So I think whatever they want to do, they're free to do that. I'm not going to stop them.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.